You become what you feed. I'm gonna read you a quick story which is beautiful and I think very powerful in its message. Um, an elder Native American was teaching his grandchildren about life. He said to them, "A fight is going on inside me. It's a terrible fight. It's between two wolves. One wolf represents fear, anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other side stands for joy, peace, love, hope, sharing, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, friendship, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. This same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too." They thought about it for a minute, and then one child asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The elder simply replied, "The one you feed." Again, this is a theme that goes throughout the videos I've been posting so far and will continue to come in the topic. You become what you think, which is based on what you believed, and you experience it. And every day you kind of either carve deeper into one side, you feed one of the wolves, or the other side. Every morning you wake up, you can make a decision whether that day is going to be an amazing day or going to be an awful day, and really how you frame it will ultimately how it unfolds. I like to say you can obtain full agency how your life unfolds, and you really can. And it is really, whenever we look at something like this bottle, okay, it's not half, but let's say it's half empty. You could say it's half empty, half full. I mean, this is this famous saying, and really it is like that. Whatever you focus on will kind of become your reality, and the more you feed one wolf, the more that will become kind of, that wolf becomes stronger and stronger, and at some point you don't even need to feed that wolf anymore. You will be that wolf. But any day is a chance to start feeding the other wolf. It is simply a conscious decision and a conviction that you want to feed the other wolf, and then you just start feeding the other wolf. And every time, it's all about self-observance and awareness. Every time you start feeding one wolf with any of the things I was just reading, fear, anger, envy, sorrow, you just, you snap and you realize, oh, I'm feeding that wolf, or whatever analogy you want to use, and you stop feeding that. You kind of, the moment you go into these negative emotions, you grab yourself and say, I can make a conscious decision to not feed that wolf, to not feed these negative emotions, and feed the positive ones instead. So whatever is happening, there's always another side to it. Anything that is seemingly bad has a silver lining, has a positive side. You decide which one you see. And naturally, we tend to see the negative, the challenges, the risks, the adversity, because that's how evolution has primed us. But it is a choice. Evolution was never interested in you living a happy life. Like, it has primed us for survival and procreation. And so if you want to live a happy, fulfilled, content, blissful, joyful, I think joy is really the word. It's not about having fun and pleasure every day. It's feeling the joy for life. And so you decide, once you realize that you have a choice, and now you do, because I just told you, you do. It's not because I told you, but just now you have the awareness there is a choice. Like, every time, like you're in a restaurant and you order something and you don't get that dish that you wanted, and you're stressed already, and then you freak out and you scream at the waiter. You made a choice and you're feeding that wolf. And it's not about, it's not nice to be unfriendly to the waiter, who might not even have made a mistake, might be the chef, whoever knows. But also you just get more angry, right? You're feeding your own wolf. It's like the saying, holding a grudge against someone is letting that person live rent-free in your room or in your brain. Like, by you being in a state of negative emotions, you you suffer the most. I mean, of course, other people will be affected, but the moment you leave that restaurant, the waiter will move on, and maybe quite likely you negatively impact his day, and then he will other. So it's a ripple effect. But even if you forget about other people and just think about yourself, because I mean, ultimately we're all selfish. We don't like to admit it, but the interesting thing is here that actually by you being negative towards other people or generally negative in your mindset, you actually hurt yourself the most. You're the person suffering the most. Other people will pass by you and kind of get to feel that, yes, but you're feeding that wolf and you get angry and more negative, and then you just create that reality. Like it will become you, right? But it is not you. Like you can undo all of this and go the other way. Like you can become the most compassionate, empathetic, patient, loving, joyful person. We believe we are a certain identity. You are a banker or lawyer, entrepreneur, coach, plumber, cleaning help, whoever. This is not you, right? This is just something you do. You have a name. You identify with your name, but it was just something given to you. You could have a different name. You have an age, but last year you were younger. You have a skin color, but if you get a tan, you have a different one. You have a haircut, and you have a social status and an image of who you are, but all of these is an illusion. It's a self-created identity, and it can change any day or any month, any year, and you can influence it, right? You can just say, I had enough of that and I want a different life now. Doesn't mean you have to, but you have that choice. And so similar with the wolves, you can pick one side or the other, and every day is a new choice, and you choose which one you feed, which is ultimately the life you live. So even if you're very selfish and just think about yourself, you're doing yourself a disfavor, harm, by feeding that negative wolf. And in terms of changing, the ability to change any time, like I used to be a banker, then I was an entrepreneur, and now I'm doing this. So, and who knows I think this will keep me busy for a while, but who knows, I could be something else. And so your identity, who you define yourself, ask yourself, who are you really? And who do you want to be? And you can be anyone you want. Like pretty much anything can be changed, at least anything that is, and easily anything that is with the mind. It's just, we kind of get so stuck to who we are that we feel like this is it, and this is who we define in our social circle and circumstance, professional circumstance. Define, we need to be a certain person with a certain importance, significance. Yes, you can be that if you want that package, but you can change the package. You can have something else. You can be something else. So coming back to the wolf, it's really every day you can change everything. You can start feeding that nicer, that more harmonious, that more joyful wolf, or you can keep feeding the other one, and it's your choice. And of course, making changes is difficult. I'm not saying you can just, but it will require effort on your side. But like anything in life, you reap the returns when you invest into making that effort of starting to see things more positively, and see the opportunity in everything that's presented to you, not the challenges and not the issues. Like really, because being in a negative state just depreciates lowers the quality of your life, that moment. Otherwise, nothing changes. It's like worrying. It's pointless. Nothing changes. Take action, change something instead of worrying. The same with negative emotions. You're angry. There's no point in being angry. Take action, change something, adjust the people you hang out with, how you interact with, whether you let them into your life or not. But there's no point at being angry. And of course, anger just comes up. It's not like you decide to be angry, but you decide how you react and whether you keep feeding that anger or you just say, oh, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to worry. Try to start doing that with the little things. Next time something annoys you, you don't feel well, a negative emotion creeps up, just stop it and say like, I don't want that, thank you, I don't want that gift, and gift quote unquote, and just move on and go to the other side. Focus on something different, see the other opposite side of it, and soon you will see life will never be the same again.